Hi everyone and welcome to Linger Longer with Books. My name's Katheryn and in this week's video I'm going to be chatting over my summer reading plans and taking you along to do some book thrifting. So I'm starting this week's vlog on Saturday afternoon. I have got a very glamorous backdrop of a multi-storey car park. It's currently really hot, a heat wave that we're having on the south coast of England. It's just under 30 degrees, so I'm not going to spend very long talking in this clip. But I have come to the town of Eastleigh, which is a short drive from where I live, and I am on the hunt for three particular titles in the works. So Buried Too Deep by Karen Rose. There's one about a cat cafe, can't quite remember the full title or the author, and the other one is a title by Geneva Rose, sort of a crime thriller writer. So those three I'm hoping to pick up. I'm also hoping to pick up a couple of books to talk about later in this video, and that is the Thursday Murder Club, and I've just forgotten the second one. Bear with, I shall be back with the second one when my brain cells fully unmelt. Okay, so what you didn't see off screen was me going second title, and it came back to me. I'm looking for Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir. I shall be on the hunt for those 5 books in total. The last 2 I've just mentioned, I'm going to see if I can get cheap copies. Charity shops around town, there's quite a few charity shops in Eastleigh, or if they've got copies in the works, I shall pick them up rather than kind of £10 each, which is the recommended retail price, full price in other shops. So wish me luck and I shall report back later. As you can see from those clips there, I had a grand old bookish time in Eastleigh. I'm always sort of a little bit surprised about how many charity shops it has. It just seems more and more that I've forgotten each time that I go. But I basically came back with a lovely collection of secondhand books, so I thought that I would take you through them. So I know I was chatting a little bit earlier about the 5 particular titles that I was on the lookout for, and I have been somewhat successful in terms of those, but I'll just run you through the ones that I did get. Some were kind of completely left field and just caught my eye, as usually happens, let's face it. I think we can all identify with that, but I shall try and do my best with remembering which books are from which charity shops. Anyway, the stickers might give them away, they might not. Okay, I think, right, yes. So in the Cry shop, that's charity, which is for, I think, bereavement, but sorry, don't quote me on that. People in the UK and England especially will know about the Cry charity. Anyway, I picked up The Thursday Murder Club by Richard Osman for £1. This is obviously a hugely popular collection, a book series that Richard has written. I have read this one, but the reason why I picked it up, and we might go a little bit off on a tangent and then come back to the rest of the book haul, is that I am really aware that this is coming out on Netflix. I think it's the 28th of August here in the UK. So I just thought that I would dive into a bit of a chat here about kind of books from page to screen, whether that's a TV adaptation or that is like a full length feature film. Apologies if you can hear Shelby in the background, he's just jumping up on the coffee table. He might appear, his tail might appear, who knows. But yes, this was the reason I wanted to pick it up. I did have a hardback copy, I believe, way back, but I probably donated it. So I picked this one up. It's in really good condition, but I just wanted it as a visual, essentially, to talk that through with you. And now I've got a frog in my throat. That's really good timing. Let's blame that on the heat. Let's carry on as anyone would. So yeah, let me know if this TV series is on your radar. I believe, I could be wrong. Is it a feature length or is it episodic? Let me know in the comments below what it is. I've just seen kind of a little bit of a trailer. Didn't pay attention beyond that, I'm afraid. I know it features Helen Mirren, Pierce Brosnan, Ben Kingsley, I think. So yes, it'd be interesting to see how it translates from page to screen. I'm always a fan of the book first and foremost, essentially, probably similar to a lot of you out there. But yeah, also let me know if you've watched any adaptations of books that you think have been as good, if not even better than the book. I'd be really interested to know your recommendations. So there was that one, and then the other book that I was saying I was keen to get hold of was a copy of Andy Weir's Project Hail Mary, which is being made into a movie. Oh dear, sorry, I might just have to stop to go get a drink. I'm back. Got some squash. I know this looks like white wine. It's not. It's apple and elderflower. Give me a thumbs up if you're also a fan of apple and elderflower as a cordial. I like it, so it might save this tickly throat. Oh, that's nice. Anyway, I was talking about Project Hail Mary, wasn't I? And the fact that it's coming out at the cinemas. I thought it was this summer, but then I saw 2026 labelled up, which is why I wanted to talk about that film and this upcoming Netflix production. But I can see that Project Hail Mary features Ryan Gosling as the main protagonist, it looks like. He's on a quest to save the world. But I'm hearing really, really good things about Andy Weir's books. There was The Martian. Haven't read it, but I have seen the film with Matt Damon and absolutely loved it. Really enthralled by it. And I even saw a copy of The Martian in the charity shops this afternoon, but did not see a copy of Project Hail Mary. I've had friends and family who have read Andy's books, those two in particular, and really, really rate them. So let me know if you have yourself and what your views are. Perhaps hold your views if you absolutely hated either or both of those. That would be really disheartening to receive. So yeah, only good vibes on this channel, I think. So yeah, I just, that's an aside. So that is why I bought this for £1. I was really chuffed. I will keep my eyes out for Project Hail Mary, because it is a story that I am intrigued to pick up and read as well as watch. Carrying on with my book haul here, let's go next. I did pick this up in the same shop as the Richard Osman, so let's go with that, if I am correct. It's, yes, I did. The Night House by Jo Nesbø. This has been on my radar ever since it came out. I am a big fan of Jo Nesbø's books. I don't know, I'm probably sat right in front of my collection of his on my bookshelves. But anyway, this is, The Night House is a completely kind of different direction for him. This particular book, if you're not familiar with it, says when the voices call, don't answer. And in the wake of his parents' tragic deaths, 14-year-old Richard Eluvud, can't say that, sorry, has been sent to live with his aunt and uncle in the remote town of Ballantine. Richard quickly earns a reputation as an outcast, and when a classmate named Tom goes missing, everyone suspects the new angry boy is responsible. No one believes him when he says the telephone booth out by the edge of the woods sucked Tom into the receiver like something out of a horror movie. So that sounds quite surreal in terms of horror. And yeah, obviously Jo sold over 60 million books worldwide. So chuffed to see that. It's in pretty good condition. It has got a cracked spine. But anyway, it was only £1, so much better than any paperback or hardback prices that I have seen for this book. So I thought, oh, why not? I don't need it. It's not massively on my imminent TBR, but it's one to have. And actually, I don't have that many red spines, red books. Let me know if you do, but red, I don't think there's that many red books. Could be wrong. It's controversial to say, but I'm going to go with it now I've said it. So there you go. What did I get next? Let's have a look. Where was the... Oh, okay. So these two next two were from the British Heart Foundation, which is a massive charity here in England. It helps kind of fund research into heart disease, promote sort of awareness campaigns around heart attacks, cardiac arrests, heart health, all of those really important things for us to kind of all be mindful of and try to be as healthy as we can. So without further ado, first one I spotted was right down on one of the bottom shelves. I have inserted clips before I've shown you these two, and this is number 5 in Alison Weir's 6 Tudor Queens. This is Katheryn Howard, The Tainted Queen, and I got this, bear with me, I got this, I already own it, but this was a nicer copy. Does anyone else switch out their secondhand books like that? I know it's just feeding the buying book addiction, the book buying addiction, but I thought, oh, why not? Let me see down here on my shelves. Yeah, there we go. The one I have here is just a lot more cracked. So I shall pass this on to a good new home. And yeah, chuffed with this one. This one was £2. So there you go. Hopefully that's not a weird thing to do. Hopefully that is something that some of you out there do as well, but who knows. So I will sort those out later. The second book I picked up, again for £2, was Precipice by Robert Harris. Now this, let me see, has it just come out? It feels like it has. Published in Penguin Books 2025. I'm seeing this all over the place. I think it is just right hot off the back of the Netflix or Prime movie, I think it's Netflix, of Conclave, one of another of Robert's novels, and this I saw again very quickly, and it's in immaculate condition. It's just got a slight tear there on the spine, but I don't think it's been read, so I was chuffed. And then I saw a second copy. I'll try and insert a photo here. There was another copy of this book, but this was absolutely the better copy of the two, which matters, doesn't it, sometimes? And then also quite recently, when I went to Bath to see Grady Hendrix speak, I think that was the end of April, I picked up Munich by Robert Harris from, I think, Oxfam Books, and that was £2.99, so I'm chuffed with that. So what is Precipice about, you might be asking? And it says on the back, a world on the brink of war and a fair on the edge of scandal. In London, 26-year-old Venetia Stanley, aristocratic, clever, bored, reckless, is having a love affair with the Prime Minister, H.H. Asquith, a man more than twice her age. He writes to her obsessively, sharing the most sensitive matters of state. Not advisable, not advisable. As Asquith reluctantly leads the country into war with Germany, a young intelligence officer is assigned to investigate a leak of top secret documents, and suddenly what was a sexual intrigue becomes a matter of national security that will alter the course of political history. I am fascinated by this period of British and kind of world history. Really chuffed to have picked this up. It is still on sale all over the place for much more than £2, and especially in a paperback of that condition, chuffed. And Munich, as the title might suggest, this is set around the same time. That is September 1938, so just about a year before the Second World War breaks out. So I'm really looking forward to reading some of Robert's novels. I also own a copy of Act of Oblivion, which is a totally different time period of history. But there we go. So there's those two. So £2 each, that's a total of 4. I've just doing a running tot of the totals. So that was 2, that was 4, that's 6 for those 4 books. And then, as I said in my kind of opening clips, I was also looking for 3 particular books that I'd seen on the website of The Works. If any of you aren't familiar with The Works, it's kind of like a heavily discounted shop that sells books, stationery, games, jigsaws, craft bits, things like that. So I had on my mind to get, when I looked on the website last night, I had Buried Too Deep by Karen Rose, just because I thought it'd be easier to read the paperback and keep my hardback in good condition. But alas, couldn't see it on the shelves. I was also going to pick up a copy of, what did I say earlier? Bear with me, my brain's just gone again. Oh, that's it, it's just come back. Oh, my brain is definitely on a go slow because of the heat. It was an adorable, well, hang on, let me rewind. The cover completely sucked me in. It is to do with a cat cafe. It's all pink and purple on the front. It looked very cute and comforting. Again, they didn't have it in stock. The third book I was looking for, they did, and that is The Perfect Marriage by Geneva Rose. Sorry for the flash on that. All 3 books would have been in the 3 for £7.50 deal. Otherwise, they're £3 individually. So I paid £3 for this one. And I have not long bought, here it is down here on my book trolley, Home is Where the Bodies Are, also by Geneva Rose. So haven't read this one yet. The cover sucked me into this one as well. I bought that as part of Independent Bookshops Week here in the UK from one of my local bookshops. They are published by Orion Books. So what's this one about, I hear you ask? It says, Sarah Morgan is one of the best criminal defence lawyers in her city with a perfect case record. Her life is going exactly as she planned, but the same can't be said for her husband, Adam, a failed author who's grown to resent his wife's success. Adam's secret affair with the alluring Kelly Summers is exposed when Kelly is found murdered at the couple's lake house. Oh my goodness. There's no getting around that, is there? It's like, who is this woman, dead woman in our house? That's quite awkward. I think there's a motto in that, or a tale in that. Just don't cheat. And Sarah now finds herself facing her most challenging case yet. defending her own husband who stands accused of murdering his mistress. Uh-oh, that's even worse. Oh my goodness. All of those emotions. Wow. Wow. If you are Sarah Morgan, you are reeling from realizing, discovering that your husband has cheated on you, that woman is now dead, and that you have to defend your cheating husband from accusations of him killing her. Okay, maybe that's for another discussion another day, because I don't know if I could do that. Anyway, while Adam is certainly guilty of sleeping with Kelly, the question remains, is he guilty of killing her too? Oh, what a good one. Oh, a bonus chapter inside too. Okay, I'm really pleased with that. £3. I don't think you can really get a new paperback for much less than definitely £3 or £2.50 nowadays, and hence why then they end up in charity for £1 or so, which is great, because we're all supporting the book industries, aren't we, in our own ways, and supporting charities. So there you have it. I have a total of 5 books there, don't I? 5 books. 1, 2, 3. I'm doubting my counting. 3. What did I spend? 3, 5. So 5 books for £9. I think that's pretty good. Some I intended to buy, some I didn't, but there you go. And then, as the title of this vlog suggests, I just wanted to kind of touch on some of my summer reading plans. I know that we're sort of midway through July now, and summer is well and truly underway. But I've been meaning to do this video for a while. I've been seeing lots of other YouTubers do it. So with FOMO in mind, I'm just going to chat through 2 books that I am really keen to enjoy in the next sort of few weeks, really. So the first one is Dear Miss Lake by AJ Pearce. This is my current read. I am about 60 pages in. This is a proof copy, an advanced copy, the US edition, which is quite nice. It's quite a big, let me show you. It's quite a big paperback size, which is nice. It has floppy pages for all the floppy pages out there, fans out there. Yes. And AJ was kind enough to send me this copy, so I'm really doing my best to take care of it in my book sleeve here, and she put a lovely note on the inside and a little card as well. So thank you, AJ. I'm really enjoying it. I love the fact that it's set in Hampshire currently at the moment, first 60 pages anyway, because that's where I live, on the south coast of England. So that's lovely to have Hampshire kind of on the map, on the literary map, in this sense. That's lovely. And then the book that I am currently listening to on audio, because I tend to have either a fiction or a non-fiction kind of pick on audio most of the time, because I just find things like when you're cooking, when you're driving, when you're getting ready to go to sleep, the minutes kind of clock on by, and you can, over the period of a month, probably, chalk up a read in that way. Most books probably standard 9-10 hours on an audio book. So yeah, that's kind of how I read. Audiobooks do count as books. They do count. You are concentrating. You're just not reading the words off the page. You are absorbing them into your ears. So anyway, the one I'm listening to at the moment is The List of Suspicious Things by Jenny Godfrey. I was chuffed to find this copy in Petersfield, a little bit pricier than a lot of other books that I have bought secondhand, but it was £5.99 from one of the charity shops there. It's in immaculate condition. It's hardback, obviously. I think it might be out on paperback now. I could be wrong. I think it is. But But I'm really enjoying this. Well, maybe enjoy is not the right word. Let me scrap that. This book is set in 1970s, probably into the early 80s. Yeah, Yorkshire, 1979. So Yorkshire is a county in the north of England. Very historic. If you're a fan of cricket or anything like that, you will have heard of Yorkshire. But essentially, this pivots around a little girl called Miv and her best friend Sharon, and they are living in amongst the killings of the Yorkshire Ripper. And through the eyes of these two young girls, you just kind of get this thirst for knowledge, and they're curious and they want to know more and to try to understand the world that they're living in at that sort of local level and national level. And the sort of 70s were a decade in the history books of quite a lot of unrest. I guess racism, I'm talking about sort of UK here, especially England. Margaret Thatcher was the Prime Minister. There were lots of strikes, civil unrest, industrial action, and the Yorkshire Ripper killing all of the women that he did really, really traumatised that part of England and scared the country. He was going around attacking women with hammers, horrible weapons, and stabbing them to death all over Yorkshire. Bradford was another location in Yorkshire where he was. But the two little girls were kind of taking it upon themselves to kind of try and investigate who the Ripper might be. And this is all on the understanding that I heard that Jenny, a family friend of hers growing up, turned out to be the Yorkshire Ripper. So it's kind of her personal take on that period of time, on the awful crimes he committed, the murders he committed. I think perhaps one or two women did survive, but very physically, psychologically, like traumatized and hurt. So anyway, I'm really finding it kind of interesting, and just a whole world that I have been interested in terms of watching documentaries and news reports from the time and investigations about how he was identified, how he was ultimately caught, because it was over several years, I understand. And the narrators, I think there's about 5 of them. I'm listening to it on BorrowBox, which is like a free library app. Many libraries across England, and I think further afield in the UK, have thousands of ebooks and audiobooks and magazines on there. So highly recommend. I think you just have to sign up through your library registration. But one of the narrators is one of the actresses from Downton Abbey. I want to say Joanne Froggatt. I hope I haven't got that wrong. So to have actors of that kind of calibre narrating this in their Yorkshire accents makes it really, really powerful. Makes you feel like you're right there with Miv and Sharon. So I'm about 20 chapters in at the moment. I think I just passed chapter 19 earlier today, so that would be around just under halfway, I think. Anyway, yeah, so basically those are the two I'm really enjoying this summer at the moment. Enjoying again. I can't think of another word right now, but you know what I mean, essentially. So there you have it. I hope you have enjoyed coming along with me book thrifting in Eastleigh. I'm really chuffed with the haul that I've come back with, all for under £10. I'm loving the books that I have kind of on my summer radar. Currently, I have got a few here to read. I've just read Black Gold for a blog tour. I've got Omelette to read very shortly for book club at the end of the month. So yeah, a really nice variety of genres, which is what I always like, because variety is the spice of life, isn't it? So I shall wrap up there. I hope you're all doing really, really well. And if you are in a hot country at the moment, I hope you're staying cool somehow. It was so hot last night, I just had to move the fan about 1:30 in the morning to my bedside table. It was, then I could sleep. Anyway, as you know, if you're a returning viewer here, I appreciate each and every one of you. I really love all of my followers out there. I would love for my community to grow. So if you have bookish friends, family, colleagues out there, please maybe consider sharing my channel with them. Yeah, I'd love to grow the community in this space. Please give this video a thumbs up, and also if you don't want to miss any of my future videos, hit the notification bell, because that means you will get alerted as soon as I post a new video. But for my loyal followers, you all know that I ask for an emoji to be popped in the comments below, just to let me know that you're out there and that you've watched this. So I think in honour of, I think not so much those two, but these three, these all seem to have a theme of love, whether their affairs, straightforward, conventional. I think they're all pretty twisted, actually, in their own ways. That sounds quite an extreme word, but you know what I mean. Unconventional love for these three. Not so much, these don't really apply. So leave me a heart emoji of your choosing, whatever colour, whatever state the heart is in, whether it's got an arrow through it, it's broken, it's really buoyant, whatever you want. Yeah, that would be lovely. But I shall sign off here. I hope you're all doing really well, and that you've got some time set aside this week to enjoy a few pages or a few chapters, whether that's your paperback, hardback or audiobook. Yeah, I shall see you in next week's video, but take care. Bye.